QTE. The rest of the time, it's all necromorphs. But human enemies are an actual thing in Dead Space 3. That was one of the critiques I heard of it. I remember watching a Let's Play of it. One character did seem rather out of character. I know she's. To be honest, I feel like the Let's Player is biasing me. I feel like I'm just expressing their thoughts than my own. So I feel like before I even comment any further in Dead Space 3, even just saying what I'm hearing, I need to play it myself. But yeah, what I'm hearing wasn't great. But still, I plan on doing it at some stage. I was just hoping for a worthy successor, a Dead Space 4 that was a worthy Dead Space game. What Dead Space 3 should have been. I was holding out hope. Apparently the devs wanted to get back and work on that sometime in the future. So they said in an interview, and if they're to be believed, obviously. Why wouldn't they be? But there's been plenty of blogs going around, so it wouldn't be surprising if, there's a little fib being told. But yeah, I was just basically looking forward to getting a worthy Dead Space 4, worthy Dead Space game, a new one. And just, I like the series to go on, because I actually quite like the first two games. But nah, they're dead. Presumably. I question if EA is going to come out with a new Dead Space game with the studio gone, but they might toss it at another studio. But I wonder if the EA tainted Dead Space is going to be that worthy successor I was hoping for. Probably not. But yeah, long story short, Visceral Games is dead. And its employees spread to the four winds. And the Dead Space series is likely as dead as Visceral is. This must be the lifeboat that Captain Heckleberry Smots spoke about. Place to drink and food and drink inside the lifeboat. I smell food. Damn, that's a lot. Barbecued buzzard wings, baked bread. So you could get barbecued buzzard wings at another stage. Can't remember though. Like for another quest or something. I'm still cloaked in the water. And I swear I'm actually making less notice in the water. Maybe just because I'm kind of disguised as a gnome. No pockets of peace. Ah, a feast. Who left this here? He's an invalid target. Fine. Straight out ambush. Beautiful. That was easy. And you can't actually loot? We'll head across now. We'll never actually get a quest to go over here anyway, so may as well just wander over here. Well, we'll say beyond this message in the bottle quest, there's nothing ever to send you over here. So I figure I may as well go do it now. Suppose I could do it when I have questions to do over there, but I'm doing it on a whim. Can I be honest? I'm still thinking about the Visceral Games tangent. I feel I didn't word it well. It's what happens when you do it when you're half asleep. But yeah, basically I was hoping for a new Dead Space game. The devs seemingly were looking forward to it themselves, and it's sad we'll never get it. And just the fib thing. It just there has been brilliant achievement. How should I phrase it? There's been a bit of bollocks going around in the really, I'm not sure how much is on the game industry side, but in game journalism side, there's been a bit of bollocks and lies and whatnot going around. So that just got me a little suspicious of things in general. But yeah, maybe I'm being unfair. Apparently, I was talking about the Shadow of War thing before. Well, maybe not. Not in this series, and I'm not sure if I actually talked about it in a video at all. Maybe it was just on Twitter. But apparently, the Polygon was lying, or the different reviewers were lying about the game. It apparently wasn't as bad with the microtransactions. Like they were saying that you couldn't finish the game, get the best ending unless you ground it out. But that's not true. Oh, unless you did a painful grind or paid outright money for it. Apparently there's only 2 things in the chests that you can't get in the game. Bringing an order, a one-use order, or maybe it's a one-use thing, I presume so. But in order to bring a orc to a new zone, apparently, and training orders. I'm not sure if the abilities you can give orcs via the training orders are unique to those orders, or can they get them randomly or what. I don't, but apparently that's the only things in those boxes you can't otherwise get. There's plenty of legendary orcs you can get. Like there's plenty of stuff going on there. They weren't quite that mean about it, which is making me more disappointed. Warner Brother Games has a horrific Let's Play policy, and they have a horrific contact. If you try with CD Projekt Red, if you contact the copyright guy, he will be utterly friendly. Seriously, big shout out to CD Projekt Red. They were quite nice. The copyright guy is quite nice on that side, quite friendly. And that guy will respond to you and say, yeah, we love Let's Plays, go ahead. Or something to that effect. I remember the we love Let's Plays part. Well, if you contact Warner Brothers copyright guy, I've sent them 3 emails, I've heard nothing back. I ended up stumbling upon the support page and just sent the old website, and I sent a general, can I do Let's Plays thing? And they responded to me there, thankfully. Though they made a slip up saying, oh, usually it has to be 5 minutes in length. So I pressed them on that saying, you know, could you know, what was the other circumstances? Which they just then restated everything and said it was only everything had to be 5 minutes or shorter, and with no music. They said the no music first time too, but they just reiterated things, taking out the usually. So yeah. So you know the people who do the long fucking Jagaro stalkers, you know, doing the longer things. Either they have special permission or they're just ignoring Warner Brothers. But I'm not inclined to risk my channel, so no Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War for me, which is annoying because I really want to go play that. It sounds really cool. It looks really fun. But I can't do it. So yeah, basically, long story short, some people were telling fibs about Shadow of War and their loot crate stuff and how the game's balanced. Which the fact that they're telling fibs has disappointed me. It's one thing if the game is bad and you don't get to play it, but it's another thing if the game's actually pretty good and you're not getting to play it. So I'm just disappointed that I'm missing out because of the poor Let's Play policy of 5 minutes or less, and no music. So for me to do a 20-minute episode, I'd have to release 4 a day, and that would be pretty painful to upload. Not the time it takes to upload each video, but I have to schedule each thing individually, so that would be bloody painful. And somehow even though I clarified they wouldn't, and that they wouldn't have any issue. Remember, I sent them the emails. I did get the clarification that they wouldn't have an issue if I uploaded multiple videos. I still have a feeling if they're going to be nitpicky that everything has to be 5 minutes or shorter, if I did an entire Let's Play in 5-minute segments, they would probably have a shit fit over that, so not gonna risk it. But yeah, sorry, I feel like I went on a bit of a rambly tangent there, but c'est la vie. We'll continue. Let's make some progress before 4. I'm gonna end it there. End it all. Not really, I'm gonna go pass out in bed. Have you come to free me? These vicious jungle cats have been circling me for some time now, protecting Her Royal Highness Poobah. I watch them closely as I can, but they seem to just disappear into the grass. How they snarl and hiss, don't get me wrong. I still want you to rescue me, but first, clear out some of these cats. I don't want to be rescued if I end up someone's dinner. Princess Poobah. That is a nod, as far as I know, to Grand Poobah. I think it's Grand Poobah from the Mikado. It's basically there's a character in the Mikado. It's a play. I remember reading about it before. I'm not sure if what I was reading is correct to decide it, but apparently it was a satire of like British politics, but set in like Japan or something weird. Who knows how true it is? I read it on the internet, and as we all know, the internet never lies. Never. I can make so many jokes like that. Like, I mean, as we all know, Gamergate are totally, gamer ISIS, yeah? Sorry, that just came to mind. Because some people outright said that. They didn't say gamer ISIS, but they said worse than ISIS. So, one sounds funnier than the other, that's all. But, yeah, the Poobah in it was apparently some guy, he liked to take on a ton of fancy titles, but really didn't have much power or whatever. God, these cats are much easier to find than the other ones. But, yeah, that's what apparently it was like. To be honest, I only ever seen a small snippet of the Mikado. Just, it was on TV at one stage. I was like half or 3/4 of the way through, or further, and so I don't really know too much of the actual plot of it, or what happened in it. So I can't really comment. Excuse me. Oh, brilliant. My herbalism's got high enough that I can actually gather Catgirl's whiskers itself. It's about time you returned. I was starting to worry that I was going to be eaten while you hunted. A cat eating a princess? Wouldn't that be a fancy feast? Grubby little pause. I understand that you're anxious to rescue me, but the time is not yet right. First, I'm going to need some of my things. The monkeys and grills on the other side of the island have taken most of my possessions. I still need my tiara, my scepter, my slippers, and my diary before I'm ready to leave. What? Stop looking at me like I'm some sort of insane person. You don't know what it is like being a princess. Can we just kill her ourselves? Also, you may recognize a beast you will run into here from Hearthstone. I'm not going to say anything, but you might. Well, not any yet, but you might. Poobah's tiara, specifically curved to allow for horns. Scepter. Alright. Also, just got some monkey brains. I don't know, I feel like this is the start of some horror movie. I think a few are tied in with monkey brains, aren't they? Maybe I'm just thinking of 28 days later. 24 days later? 28 days. Wasn't that spread by monkey? Or didn't that start off with monkeys or something? It's been ages since I saw that movie. I saw the sequel, and actually no, was it 28 hours? I can't remember the names right. I can't remember, was the first one hours or days? I think it was 28 days later, then 28 months later? Because I swear they both had, the 28 in the title. Christ, I'm just getting confused now. Regardless, weren't monkeys relevant in that movie? Also, as a side point, you know how in some fiction zombies are called Zeds? Z-E-D-S. What started that? I was just thinking about that the other day. Well, earlier. Yesterday. That's what zombies are called in some fiction, but I don't know what started it. I shudder to think what Mukua plans to do with me. Her diary is locked tight. Do Torn even wear shoes? The only thing without flavor text is her scepter. Booba surveys her belongings. Looks like it's all here. Alright, I think I'm ready to be rescued now. Kulgoroth, I now put my faith in you to help free me. The great Sky Main King is the great Sky King Muka is my captor. Commands the beasts of this island, and they keep me here against my will with the aid of this chain. If you slay him and find the key to the shackle, I shall be greatly indebted to you greatly. I often hear him to the southeast side of this island, southeast side of the island, but please be careful. He's not to be trifled with. The massive Sky Main knows no predators except you. So we just wander over here and kill Mukla. So yes, if you played Hearthstone a bit, you've seen him. I think you actually see him guaranteed in the tutorial. So if you actually finish the tutorial, you have seen Mukla in Hearthstone. Grab this bit of iron. There he is. He's not really much to write home about. Also, as a side point, didn't Mukla get a an Old Gods revamp? Like in Hearthstone, he got there's like a corrupted Mukla. As a side point, I was so amped for an Old Gods set teamed expansion in Shackle Key. I was so excited for a Old Gods teamed expansion when the Hearthstone thing came out back in WoD. We got Legion, which was pretty fun, but I just feel disappointed we didn't get the Old Gods teamed one, because the Old Gods stuff looked pretty damn cool. Kind of fucked up in its way, but kind of cool, you know. I was just hoping for that. I really need to get back to Legion content on my main, because apparently there's like a hint as to what the next expansion is going to be, and I really want to see it, but I don't want to spoil it on myself without earning it. I thank my ancestors, someone has come to aid me. Do you have that key that will free me? Kulgoroth, you've saved me from a great dishonor. If it is within my power, I would offer you a place among my tribe. However, for now, all I can offer you is this token for the courage and nobility you have shown.
Farewell.
Thank you again for your aid. May the wind always be at your back during your travels. So, you going to actually leave? Ah, great. She's developed Stockholm Syndrome just after I killed the captor. Fantastic. But yeah, that's Princess Poobah done with. I think the other one was Grand Poobah, but I honestly can't remember. I might have actually already said that, but I blanked. Hard Wrench. Ooh, Hard Wrench Hadaway. Wasn't the goblin, like your goblin, like secretary? Wasn't she, Sally Hardwench or something? Okay, here's, Bill Buckler, Master Pet Tamer. Though he's got the water effects on him. Honestly, he looks... Just going by his face, I swore he's, like, going by the older model. No, he seems fine enough. Swore he seemed off.
What can I do for you?
Have you sheen the ROM? Hick, I can't seem to find it anywhere.
See you later.
And now all I can think of is Planet Sheen. Anyone remember Jimmy Neutron? I liked that show as a kid. They did a sequel to it called Planet Sheen. I don't know much about it at all. I read a bit about it on TV Tropes yonks ago, but I haven't actually seen an episode of it. I think I may have seen an ad for it when I was young, but I never actually got to see the show. Then I forgot it existed. You know, the wind may the wind always be at your back reminded me. There's apparently some like saying made like Ireland made a I'm not sure. This may be an old one, or might have just been said by just one person and not actually be a thing, I have no idea.